Let me start with a truth most men are completely unprepared to hear. This is something that shakes the foundation of what society has taught you about relationships, about loyalty, and about being a quote-unquote good man. Women don't care about how much you sacrifice for them. They don't care about how many gestures you make or how much you give. And here's the hardest part for many men to accept. They don't stay loyal just because you treated them well. You can be generous, kind, and devoted, and yet still lose their loyalty faster than you think. That's not how female loyalty works at all. And understanding this is the key to clarity in your relationships. In fact, the more a man tries to earn loyalty by doing things for her, whether it's gifts, favors, or constant attention, the faster he often ends up losing it. It sounds backwards, but this is where most men go completely wrong. Female loyalty isn't earned through sacrifice or servitude. It isn't something you buy or demand. Trying to buy love or loyalty will usually push a woman away, even if she doesn't realize it consciously. Loyalty comes from something deeper, something men often overlook, and ignoring it is what causes confusion, heartbreak, and endless frustration in relationships. Welcome to Empowered Heart, where we uncover the truths about relationships, loyalty, and personal growth. Today, we're diving into why women are loyal to strength, presence, and identity, not effort or sacrifice. If you're ready to understand the psychology behind attraction and build stronger, lasting connections, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Empowered Heart, and hit the bell so you never miss these insights. All right, now let's continue, and let's get brutally honest about the lie most men are taught. Society tells them, be nice, be supportive, do more, give more, and she'll stay. So men obey, investing endless time, energy, attention, money, and emotional labor into their relationships, thinking that this alone secures loyalty. And at first, it seems to work. She notices, she appreciates it, she enjoys the benefits of his effort. But here's the harsh truth that few men want to hear. Appreciation is not loyalty, and comfort is not desire. You can work yourself to exhaustion and still lose the emotional connection that really matters. Here's the first psychological truth you need to understand. Women do not attach to effort. They attach to emotional experience. How she feels around you carries far more weight than anything you could ever give her. You can provide gifts, support, stability, and still watch her attention drift if the emotional spark fades. Have you ever noticed that some men seem to do very little, yet women remain enthralled by them, while others overextend themselves and still get replaced? This isn't luck, coincidence, or charm. It's psychology. The core truth of female loyalty revolves around feelings, not actions. And this is where most men completely misunderstand how relationships function. Here's the core truth, and it's uncomfortable for many men. Women are loyal to how a man makes them feel about themselves, not his effort, not his consistency, not even his loyalty. Their loyalty is emotional, not logical. When a man tries to secure loyalty by overgiving, he unconsciously signals fear. Fear of loss, fear of rejection, and fear is the ultimate attraction killer. When you're constantly trying to prove your worth, what message are you really sending? That you don't feel inherently worthy, that you need to compensate, that you worry she'll leave if you stop performing. Women sense this desperation instantly, even when it's wrapped in kindness. Now pay close attention to the second element. Women are loyal to emotional safety, not mere comfort. Emotional safety is not about predictability or easygoing routines. It's about confidence, emotional control, and stability under pressure. A man who can remain calm and composed when challenges arise creates a stable environment that women instinctively trust. Strength without aggression, calm under tension, decisiveness without arrogance. These qualities make a man emotionally magnetic. Women naturally attach to men who maintain emotional gravity, who can lead without demanding recognition, and who can regulate the environment around them. Loyalty doesn't disappear in the face of challenge. It evaporates when emotional safety is compromised. Here's something almost no one says aloud. Women don't leave men because they're bad or wrong. They leave when a man becomes emotionally weak, when he reacts impulsively instead of leading, seeks validation instead of setting boundaries, over-explains instead of standing firm. I've watched this countless times. A man who once exuded confidence gradually becomes insecure. He begins asking, "Are we okay?" after every minor disagreement. He apologizes unnecessarily, seeks reassurance at every turn, and overanalyzes interactions. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, she disconnects, not out of malice, not out of ingratitude, but because the emotional experience has fundamentally shifted. Loyalty diminishes when emotional leadership disappears. Now, here comes the concept that shocks most men: the power of identity. Women are loyal to identity, not personality, not kindness, and not effort. Who you are fundamentally, your internal standards, your self-respect, your sense of purpose, defines how loyalty flows toward you. If your identity is strong, your actions matter less. If it's weak, no amount of effort can compensate. This is why women remain loyal to men who walk away from disrespect, who refuse to collapse emotionally, who don't overinvest in pursuit of approval. Those behaviors signal high internal value. Loyalty naturally flows upward, towards strength and authenticity, never downward, toward desperation or overcompensation. This is a hard pill for men to swallow because we want to believe goodness alone is enough. We want to believe that treating someone well guarantees loyalty. But human psychology, and female loyalty in particular, is far more complex. Respect isn't created by what you give. It's created by how you value yourself, how you carry your identity, how you regulate your emotions, and how you make her feel about herself and about you. These are the real factors that determine whether loyalty remains unshakable or slips away. Understanding this transforms not just relationships, but your sense of self and your approach to love. Let's dive into a concept many men completely misunderstand: the distinction between obligation and loyalty. Attraction versus obligation is subtle but crucial. A woman can feel obligated to you, grateful for your attention, comfortable with your presence, and even dependent on your support, and still not feel loyal. Why? Because loyalty requires respect, and respect doesn't come from giving. It comes from self-control, emotional mastery, and presence. Obligation feels like debt. Loyalty feels like devotion. When she stays out of obligation, she's mentally keeping score, tallying favors, weighing guilt against dissatisfaction. True loyalty is deeper. She stays because of who you are, not because of what you provide. Here's the next psychological truth: the momentum principle. Women are naturally loyal to momentum, to progress. When a man is actively moving forward, chasing goals, building his life, growing in confidence. She feels drawn into his frame, energized by his forward motion. But the moment stagnation sets in, when he gets comfortable, stops evolving, or stops detachment himself, emotional detachment begins almost imperceptibly. It doesn't matter how admirable he was in the past. Female attraction is present-focused. Who you are now is what matters most. This is why many relationships silently collapse. It isn't fights, distance, or disagreements that kill loyalty. It's stagnation and the fading of growth. Now let's talk about handling loss, because this is another area where loyalty is tested. Women are deeply attuned to how a man manages loss, setbacks, or emotional turbulence. Does he crumble under pressure, panic, or overreact? Or does he stay grounded, maintain composure, and act from dignity rather than desperation? Emotional mastery is rare, which makes men who display it unforgettable. A man who can face potential loss, disappointment, or conflict without losing himself creates a magnetic presence. He signals strength without force. He communicates without words that his value is inherent and untouchable. And when a woman sees this, her loyalty grows naturally, drawn to the stability he embodies. Here's something subtle but incredibly powerful. Women don't consciously test men with obvious challenges. They test emotionally. They pull back, create distance, become colder, or behave inconsistently, not to leave, but to observe how you respond without reassurance. Your reaction determines everything. If you chase, panic, or over-explain, loyalty slips away. But if you remain centered, detached yet present, calm yet attentive, your emotional authority strengthens. This is the invisible architecture of attraction. Women measure consistency, self-possession, and emotional leadership far more than effort or gifts. Mastering this principle alone can transform a relationship from fragile to unshakable. Now let's cover what women are not loyal to, which is just as important. Over-availability, emotional dependency, people-pleasing, or self-sacrifice without boundaries may feel safe, but safety alone does not attract loyalty. In fact, it creates indifference. When a man becomes a constant yes man, always available, always agreeable, he communicates a lack of self, not love. Women instinctively sense this void of identity, and there's nothing to anchor loyalty to. Many good men lose good women because they mistake availability for commitment and kindness for connection. The truth is that attraction flows toward strength, independence, and self-respect, not desperation, overgiving, or compliance. Here's a critical distinction most men miss. Love is not loyalty. Love is emotional, fluctuating, and circumstantial. A woman can love a man and still leave him if respect, identity, or emotional alignment falters. Loyalty, on the other hand, is respect-based and structural. When respect is present, it forms a foundation that keeps her invested even when emotions waver. Love rises and falls. Loyalty endures. Women are loyal to emotional strength, self-respect, direction, identity, and how they feel in your presence, not your gifts, effort, or sacrifices. Silence can sometimes be more powerful than words. Walking away can hold more influence than chasing. Emotional restraint signals authority, and authority attracts devotion naturally. The man who continually evolves, who faces challenges head-on, who develops himself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, that man remains attractive in ways that go far beyond physical appeal or superficial charm. His energy draws attention. His growth inspires admiration. Women instinctively recognize a man who moves forward, who refuses to plateau, and who consistently seeks improvement. On the other hand, the man who becomes predictable, who stops pursuing excellence, who allows comfort to replace ambition, becomes invisible. Even if he's kind, even if he's loyal, even if he does everything right by society standards. Attraction fades not because of wrongdoing, but because stagnation kills desire. Growth and evolution are magnetic. Complacency is the silent killer. Here's the final truth I need you to internalize tonight. Female loyalty is not about fairness, justice, or what anyone deserves. It doesn't operate on rules or logic. It is primal, instinctive, and rooted in psychology that exists beneath conscious awareness. You can fight it, argue with it, or call it unfair, but resisting reality never works. Understanding it, however, gives you power. It gives you clarity to make conscious choices, to embody the type of man who naturally inspires loyalty, admiration, and devotion. You can use this knowledge to build relationships that are strong, lasting, and deeply connected, rather than constantly wondering what went wrong. The choice is always yours. You can deny the truth, wish things were different, or embrace it and allow it to shape the way you move through life and relationships. Pretending reality is different from what it is will never change outcomes. It will only leave you confused, frustrated, and wondering why relationships fail, despite your best intentions. The truth is simple, even if uncomfortable. Women are loyal to strength, not sacrifice. They are loyal to presence, not performances. They are loyal to who you are at your core, not what you do for them. Accepting this changes everything. Master this principle, and loyalty becomes effortless. It flows naturally toward men who embody value, who pursue growth, and who maintain emotional authority. Ignore it, and you will spend your life questioning why your kindness, your devotion, and your effort never seemed enough. The difference isn't in what you give, it's in who you are becoming. When you stop trying to earn loyalty and start cultivating your identity, presence, and strength, women are drawn to you naturally, deeply, and permanently. The key is growth, the key is identity, and the key is understanding female psychology at its most fundamental level. Your final takeaway? Evolve relentlessly, maintain emotional authority, and never let comfort replace challenge. Female loyalty is not transactional. It is a reflection of your energy, your identity, and your presence. When you embody that fully, you will see that loyalty doesn't have to be earned. It's a natural response to strength, authenticity, and self-respect. Stop overgiving, stop seeking approval, and start living in alignment with your values. That is the secret few men understand, and the truth that will change how you experience relationships forever. If you found this insight powerful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell on Empowered Heart, and drop the word loyalty in the comments to show you're embracing your strength and growth. Let's empower each other together.